Oh, you gonna come here when you're done doing what you're doing? Yeah? Oh, it's a bog. You are not gonna be a fishing bog today, though. Oh my God, they're all over it. Got my time. Feels like a decent one. Oh yeah, oh my God, dude. Oh. That's a great big one. Bro, look how fat that thing is. Absolutely smoked the glide. Look how big that thing is, dude. Holy crap. I think it's the glasses, dude. Dude, let's get her back now. Oh, yeah. This fish is so fat, bro. Look how fat bobat that thing is. Dude, look at that belly. Dude, that glide. Oh, you wanna go? Glide is so interesting. I have no rhythm, so I gotta make it about cadence. And you just kind of get those fish grouped around it. That forward facing helps a bunch, but less is more, dude. It's just twitch, twitch, pause, twitch, 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 pause. And bro, when it freaking loads up, like, it's game on. Like, that, it's big, bro. Digging the shades, right, bro? I kind of like, they're like goggles, dude, when you're running around. So there's been a lot of talk on YouTube, and it's just because of the season, about follow-up baits, right? You guys know about it because you're in the mix, right? So this has been a super popular bait across the board. Sold out immediately, like everybody's talking about it. It's the Chad Shad. So this is a consumer kind of entry-level chop glide bait, and it's awesome. But a lot of guys are getting into it, and they're throwing it, and they're like, bro, like, I caught one big one and I didn't catch anything else. Well, I can help you solve that problem. I'm not married to big baits. I'm not one of those big bait crazy people that literally will have 7, 9-inch swim baits on their deck. I want to catch fish, but I also look at it as a tool to catching some bigger fish, but I understand the fact that they're not always going to bite it. So it's really important to have a follow-up bite. So I'm going to show you my 1-2 punch with the Chad Shad, and then my little secret sneaky kind of follow-up once you use the Chad Shad and they get kind of set up. So hit that like and subscribe button. Let's talk follow-up baits. So I'm actually going to show you how to do this in real time, unlike other YouTubers that just yap their mouths all the time. But I'm going to actually show you exactly how to do this when you're out on the water. First thing I'm going to do, I got the Chad Shad rigged up, 20-pound fluorocarbon, a 795 Dobbins Fury. What I'll do is I'll find either balls of bait or a small group of fish, or I'll find a structure that's holding a bunch of bait. I'll sink it down. In my context, I'm sinking it a little bit deeper, like 10 to 15. I put this tungsten bait sanity strip on it. It just helps it to sink a little faster. You can play with 1, 2, 1, 3, none, depending on how like shallow your fish and how deep your fish are. You want it kind of just above the fish that you're going to, or even with them. You start twitching. Pause. 1, 2, 3, a little quicker, pause, let it settle back down, 1, 2. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you're gonna get your big bite, right? But if that doesn't happen, what ends up actually happening is this thing is so different and so unique to these bass that they actually just follow it, bro. They will follow you all the way back to the boat as you're actually retrieving this thing because they're so curious about it. It's so different. How do you approach them? Well, since I didn't close the deal initially on that big bait, I think usually maybe you put one more cast out there, but if you start to 2, 3 casts, you kind of, the return dwindles, you know, you sort of plateau, and gradually you're gonna see they're gonna become less and less interested. That's when I pick up this guy. So little spinning rod, this is a 7-foot, this is a lunker stick, monster bass, 7-foot medium, your standard kind of finesse style spinning rod. Have it spooled up with 12-pound cast braid, and then an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. We're basically going from what is a 7-inch 2-ounce bait to a 2.5-inch 1/8-ounce bait. This little guy right here, and you've seen it quite a few times in the videos. This is the Gambler FFS Minnow, and that is on a Descent Weights ball head. I'm in Florida, so I'm using a little stouter ball head. Otherwise, if I was fishing smallmouth, if I was fishing for spots, I'd probably use like a Scottsboro ball head, little finer wire. You miss a lot less fish, but the last thing I want to do is hook like a 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 pounder and have like a fine wire hook, dude. That's just not gonna end. I'll have nightmares about that for years. I almost look at it as like a noodle dicking technique. It's mid-strolling. Sink it out out there, and then I'll just put tension on the rod as soon as I get just above that group of fish that I drew out. And then I'll kind of maybe shake it ever so slightly. Less is more. You know, they didn't close on the glide bait, but what happened is they grouped up after the glide bait. You drew basically all the fish out of that structure, all the bait, and they're like, hey, bro, what's with Chad over there? You know, let's go hang out with him. And that's kind of the key. You're almost playing off this momentary schooling that you've created using that Chad Shad. You drop this thing down there and you kind of shake and bake, dude. You just kind of twaddle it in front of them. Make that sound. Definitely get more bites that way. But you're just shaking it, and what'll end up happening, since those fish got so grouped up, they're a lot less finicky, a lot less tentative about a bait that's not nearly as intimidating. And you're gonna catch one. It might not be the biggest one that you saw. It might not be, you know, the old 7-pounder, 6-pounder, 4-pounder, but you're gonna get bit. And what I found too is these fish kind of blow their load after the Chad Shad, whether you catch one or not. You catch a 7-pounder, great. They just don't commit, and they're not as interested in it after they have all that disruption and they've grouped up that much. So you really need to follow up with something more subtle. So, like I said, a lot of YouTubers don't actually show you real stuff because they're just yapping their mouths. So let's go check it out, and I'll show you the exact process that I'm using. All right, so like they're doing that follow thing. So they just followed the bait like twice, caught that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to grab this little FFS deal, my little minnow, and they're coming kind of off of it. So I don't think I gotta cast very far, but I'm just gonna creep up a little bit, kind of line them up, and make a little cast and see if I can't trick tease a few of these guys into closing the deal on this little micro bait. There it is. That's another good one. See how you follow up with that thing? Get in here. Nice 4-pounder, dude. Should not have boat flipped it. But look at the difference. So like literally throwing that versus that glide. Kind of crazy, huh? God, they're all in front now. Oh, you bunger luber. That's why you don't set the hook till you feel weight. That was amateur 2.0 right there. Oh dear. Get in here. No, you guys refuse to bite all the time. That's why I get out the little minnow there. Little minnow. Oh my God, dude. I need the net on this. Oh God. Stay on there. Stay on there, bro. Get over here. Gotcha. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. That's a PB glide bait fish right there, guys. Holy balls, Batman. Holy balls. Bro, smoked it. She got every inch of that thing. Certified 8-pounder. How about it, boys? Heavy breathing. And you're not watching something naughty. I mean, I guess it's a little naughty, right? Dude, that is an 8-pound. Let me look. You gotta get tail to head, tail to head. Let's get her back there, dude. Dude, she smoked the old glad. Oh, there she goes. Bros, It's the glasses, right? Pretty cool little giddy up, right? And I'm not one to commit to one bait all day, whether it's big bait fishing or not. I like kind of learning, playing around, you know, testing their behavior, testing different parts of the water column. So it's a great way to continue getting bites, but experiment with this Chad Shad, because there's gonna be a lot more guys throwing it. And I don't know if you're like me, but I want to get bites, you know, and using a bait to actually kind of corral these fish is kind of an interesting deal. It's a lot like when, you know, you got the mayflies in the trees and you throw a worm in the trees, knock the mayflies out, and then you throw a popper to actually catch them. So you're sort of using the bait as a teaser or a trigger, a lot like marlin fishing, you know. And sometimes you'll get that big bite, sometimes you won't, but you can always follow up and close the deal using sort of another approach, but it hedges off the first approach, hedges off you corralling those fish with that big bait. But I know a lot of guys are trying it. I hope this helps you get a few more bites when you're experimenting with these new big bites. I'll put links to all this stuff down at Tackle Warehouse and Monster Bass down in the description box, but hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate all your support on the videos. I'm gonna go Randy Savage a bass up. Oh man, oh man. He got it. Oh God, dude, he followed it all the way up. That was so cool.